I want to tell you a little story tonight. Back in the day, there used to be a couple car clubs, and they were very popular car clubs. One of them was called the Roadrunners. And if you know Kippy Gilbertson, he was a Roadrunner back in the day. But the real popular club was called the Drag-Ons. And the Drag-Ons, they became a club in 1954, 1955. I'm going to tell you a few names, and I'm sure you're going to recognize a lot of these people. Jim Hill, Freddie Purdell, Bob Lubinsky, Ray McElmurray, Dale and Bruce Eckert, Skip Ellings, Mark Saseski, Dave Boozy, Don Mans, Gary and Owen Schmidt, Dick Sulek, Terry Schultz, Jim McCabe, and Art Martinson. Well, the reason I'm bringing this up is because we just lost Art a couple days ago, and he is my wife's uncle. And Art was a super nice guy. We're all going to miss him, but he was part of the Drag-Ons. And anyway, they used to have these little plaques that said Drag-Ons on it. It was a cool car club back in the day. And how they got those plaques was whenever they'd work on a car and they'd rebuild a motor, they'd take the pistons and they'd take them to this little shop over here in the West End, and they'd melt those pistons down and they'd pour them into those plaques. So all the plaques are made out of melted pistons. The activities of the club was fantastic. They used to have monthly meetings at Lake Park Lodge. If you go there now, I think there's a painting of the Drag-Ons and their logo in the center, and then there's some small pictures of some of the cars and stuff around the side, and I think that's still Lake Park today. But they used to work on cars in each other's garages, and they had this thing called a courtesy call. They'd all get a kick out of it. When somebody's car would break down, they'd call one of the guys or whatever, and then they'd go find you on the highway and they'd try to fix your car, get you going. They used to be in the Winter Carnival. Years ago, when the Rochester prison, it used to be a mental health facility, and they used to get presents for Christmas, and they used to run them up there. I mean, it was a pretty prestigious group. They did a lot of really cool things. They used to race, down on 3rd Street. That's where we got the drag the gut thing that we do. The last night, they used to race on 3rd Street, but they used to go to the New Brighton drag strip up in the cities too. But anyway, if you would be so kind as to give me a moment of silence for Junior, for Art Martinson, and all those that have passed, for the Drag-Ons. Car clubs are kind of a tight-knit group, and we're kind of a car club here, so if you could just give me a moment of silence, and we'll just honor those people, including Art and Junior. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Kind of cool little story. We've got a few of the Drag-Ons here tonight. Bob, are you still here? There he is. Any other Drag-Ons here tonight? All right, good job. All right,